Hey there, are you trying to learn more about what is the BOI? Well, this information will inform you everything you need to know about that new law acts right now in order to form an LLC before even after. So just keep watching from beginning until the end to actually learn more information about this and also at the same time to avoid violating anything that you might experience in the future.
Hey guys, so I was on the way of actually establish the LLC, and some of the expert from the other brand told me that, okay, you need to actually file and pay for the BOI right now to report to avoid, it's like get charged $500 a day if you don't file that or don't have that. So it's like, okay, that's kind of urgent. And also, I just actually went to another website, which is a LegalZoom, and I saw this information popped up on the head of the file here. So I think it's really important to learn what is this and also what should we know in order to avoid some penalties. So Get started on your required beneficials ownership information report. As part of the Corporate Transparency Act, a new federal mandates require that businesses file a beneficial ownership information report to avoid criminal and civil penalties. We can help you to provide compliance stress-free way for only $149. You can order your report, but let's actually read first. Understand the new law that carries civil and criminal penalties, including imprisonment and fines, can be daunting. Eliminate the worry and risk of meeting this requirement with our ease and accurate report filing. Get compliant. Satisfy the corporate transparency arts requirement with our help. We will file information about the individual who own or control your business with the Finance Crimes Enforcement Network, FinCENT. Make things easier, save time shifting through the complexities of new federal law with our fast and easy report filing. We ensure your filing meets all the requirements of the Corporate Transparency Act. File with confidence. We'll get peace of mind with our accurate compliance filing. You can be sure you will include all the information required by FinCENT and the new law, plus you will receive confirmation upon completion of the report. So choose a plan to meet your compliance needs. Well, I do like the fact that I have a couple options here for you to choose, because the other brand I was using, which is Telebrand, they do have only one option for you to choose, which is $199. And I believe it's also, let's see. They actually have right here is missing critical information. Finalize your BOI report now and avoid $500 a day penalty. Please provide the requirement information before the deadline. So the other one, the other one that show on the website did not create the urgency of the fact that, okay, if we don't do this, we get fined. But here on the portal or even like the process of forming an LLC, they do have. So make sure that we aware of the urgency. And I forgot how much, but it's $199. And I believe I can do manage order here and I can view this. So to get more, I think I do have an invoice, but let's go back to the LegalZoom here. So they have one-time filing, which is beneficial ownership information report, BOIR. Get your BOIR filled by us. We will send your info to FinCENT so you comply with the new rules under the Corporate Transparency Act 149. This includes customized federal required report, simplified process to help you file accurately with the government, confirmation of successful submissions to the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. And the second one is annual plan. This is BOI plus compliance filing. And get BOIR Plus help with ongoing compliance for annual report, the latest state and federal fillings, alerts, and more. Renews annually, so you pay one time and next year they use the same card to renew it. And this includes annual report to satisfy ongoing state filling requirements, personalized alerts to notifying you or your requirements, amendment filling with the Secretary of the State for any business change, ongoing beneficial ownership information report filling for any changes to identifying information. And lastly is another annual plan, but this is almost $300. But this is BOIR compliance filling plus licenses and permits. Get BOIR and compliance filling plus help with licenses and permit to operate legally at the federal, state, county, and city levels. This is custom summary of required federal, state, and local licenses and permits, direct access to all of your required applications, simplifying and expediting the process for you. Upload, view, and share business license from your LegalZoom account, notification on upcoming expiration dates, and new license requires. What is beneficial ownership? Information reporting. You are required to file identifying information about individuals who directly or indirectly own or control your company with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network in order to satisfy requirements under the Corporate Transparency Act. The beneficial ownership information reporting rules goes into effect January 1st, 2024, which is really lately, to be honest with you, like a few months ago. And it's important to understand this new law is giving severely criminal and civil penalty for failure to file, which include imprisonment and fines. So let's actually see what do they explain in here.
You might have heard about the beneficial ownership report, and it might sound a little intimidating. At LegalZoom, we're here to help you through this and many more of your small business needs. So, what is the beneficial ownership report? It's a new filing required by the federal government beginning in 2024 for business entities like LLCs and corporations to provide information about their owners. You'll need to list anyone who owns at least 25% of your business or exercises substantial control, and include each business owner's name, address, date of birth, and ID. If you form your business before January 1st, 2024, you'll have until January 1st, 2025 to submit it. If you form on or after January 1st, 2024, you'll have 90 days after formation to submit your report. Then, if any previously reported information needs to be updated, you'll need to submit an amendment within 30 days of any changes. Keep in mind, this is a federal requirement. It's part of the Corporate Transparency Act to create clarity around who owns businesses in the U.S. Failure to file a beneficial ownership report could result in severe civil and criminal penalties, including imprisonment for up to 2 years and/or a fine of up to $10,000. Rest assured, LegalZoom is here to help you stay compliant so you can focus on business. You can stay compliant and avoid penalties by ordering LegalZoom's Beneficial Ownership Report Service or one of our compliance filings bundles. Our compliance filing service gives you unlimited updates. That means that if there are any changes to your business ownership, we'll report them for you and take care of legal requirements as needed. Visit LegalZoom to get started on your beneficial ownership reporting requirement and to help keep your business compliant. And include.
All right, so good to know that they actually explain a little bit how to complete the beneficial ownerships information report in 3 easy steps. So technically the other guy, he didn't inform me. He's like, oh, you get a purchase right away. So in here, the video actually explained that after formation to your business, after 2024, like January 1st, 2024, you have 90 days to actually complete it. If you missed this part, I do aware because they informed me while I was filing the LLC process through Teller Brand. So I actually appreciate for your their transparency and also the expertise in providing us the information about this. So jumping to the steps. Currently, reporting required information about those who own or control your business is key to avoid serious civil and criminal penalties. We can help you easily and accurately meet those requirements. Tell us about your beneficial owners. Answer a few questions, simple questions about individual who own or control your business, so your report is personalized and accurate. We create and file the report for you. We will prepare a personalized report that satisfies the beneficial ownership information reporting requirement. We will file for you. Receive information on your file report. Once we receive personalized report with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, we will provide confirmations. Why get help with the beneficial ownership information report? Avoid serious penalty, prevents criminal and civil penalty, including imprisonments for up to 2 years and fines up to $10,000 and civil fines up to $500 a day. As a business owner, you haven't had any money yet, so make sure that do not miss this opportunity. Miss this report here. And as mentioned already, so what is beneficial ownership information reporting rule? The beneficial ownership information reporting rule under Corporate Transparency Act is a new filing requirement for the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, a bureau of the United States Department of Treasury. The rule creates transparency around company ownership structures and help the federal government prevent financial crimes and frauds, such as money laundering, corruptions, human trafficking, drug trafficking, tax fraud, and fraud against employee, customer, and other businesses. Beneficial ownership information reporting support the ongoing focus and efforts of the U.S. government to deter corporations who would hire or beneficial from actions that harm others. Who is beneficial owner? Beneficial owner under corporate transparency is an individual who directly or indirectly owns or control at least 25% of your company's ownership interests or exercise substantial control over your business. Common example of someone that exercise substantial control can including an important decision maker for reporting company, a senior officer, president, chef, CEO, CFO, general counsel, chief operating officer, or any other officer with a similar functions, an individual with the authority to appoint or remove certain officer or major of directors or similar body of the company. So what are the penalties for not filing? They've been repeating this, but let's read more details. Each business is responsible for filing a beneficial ownership information report, which includes all the individual who control or own the business. However, beneficial owner of a business who willfully fails to follow the reporting requirement and filing rules, or who mislead the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network will face personal liability in the form of both criminal and civil penalties for non-compliance with the Corporate Transparency Act. Failures to comply can lead to criminal penalties of imprisonment for up to 2 years and a fine up to $10,000 and civil penalty up to $500 per day. Even if reporting companies file a report on time, penalties can be imposed if the report does not include the correct information. It is critical that reporting company filing is accurate. We can help you ensure accurate filing with a simplified report and filing process satisfying the relevant law. When is the beneficial ownership information report deadline? So the beneficial ownership information reporting rule went into effect on January 1st, 2024, which is around 3 months and a half now. So it's important to get informed now about how to satisfy the requirements. The deadline varies depending on your date of formations, which can help you determine and we can help you stay on top of the process with notifications leading up to your filing deadline. Generally, business entities formed before January 1st, 2024 will have until December 31st, 2024 to file. Business entities formed on or after January 1st will have 90 days after formation to file. Business entity that amend their information document on or after January 2024 will have 30 days to submit a report. Taking care of this requirement will help you avoid criminal and civil penalties for failing to comply, including imprisonment for up to 2 years and fine up to $10,000 or fine up to $500 a day. How do I get beneficial ownership information report? What their BOIR service, you will be notified when it's time to file your report. We will request the information needed to file, and we will create an accurate report that includes the identifying information about the individual who own or control your business, satisfying the beneficial's ownership information report requirement. Then we will file for you a timely manner with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network and confirm successful completions for your peace of mind that you will satisfy the compliance requirement. What is in the beneficial information report? So the beneficials BOIR includes several pieces of information about the reporting company, such as the full legal name and trade or DBA names, its address, federal tax ID number or EIN, and the jurisdictions where it's created. The report also includes the owner's full legal names, birthdays, current address, image of acceptance identification documents such as a passport or driver license, along with the issuing jurisdictions and the document's ID number. If the person who filed your entity formation documents, known as the applicant, is not one of the beneficial owners, the applicants must also provide the same information as the beneficial owners. Using their service simplifies the process for reporting and filling the required information with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, saving you time and stress related to deadlines and accruing filling your report. How are LLC impacted by the beneficial ownership information reporting rule? So owners of LLC need to file the report with the federal agency and provide basic contact information about the company and its owners. This requirement applies to single member and multi-members LLC. Who is exempt from beneficial ownership information reporting? Most small businesses entities are not exempt from this requirement. Entities that are exempt from beneficial ownership information reporting, including public C trade company, tax-exempt nonprofit organization, certain large operating companies, and other that meets certain specific requirements. The Financial Crimes Enforcement Network lists 23 types of exempt entity that do not qualify as reporting company and certain individual that can be listed as beneficial owner under reporting requirement. So that is pretty much what they share here. And if you want to read more information, you actually can do that on the website. I actually already did or fill out with Telebrand, but because there's some issues with the payment, they charge for the wrong card. So that's the reason why I cancel, but I have to do it again in order to make sure that I have that ready. And I told you already about the LC portal with, Telebrand I was doing. You can check it out and, process with the service if they want to. And there's so many informations for you here to actually get out. I like it a lot because they give you, it's like a portal for to give you access and everything. Well, I did use LegalZoom before. I actually can sign in and show you how the portal look like, but pretty much it's not the same with the Telebrand that I use. So let me actually sign in and we'll show you how it look. All right, so I'm back and I'm showing you right now the LegalZoom portal. As you see, I used this before, and this is like completely different layout and also how they do the portal. It's just like showing you like just few steps. It's not much of information, maybe because I haven't purchased their services, but when actually I logged in with Telebrand, I was able to see the whole process of, everything I need to know. And then here is the documents, and a part of that is the legal services that I have with different attorneys. So if you want to, talk to some expert about business, which is business attorney, you can actually pay for the membership. But I do like the layout of the Telebrands here that you can see everything you need to know, which is great. And that's the reason why I did with the Telebrand instead of LegalZoom. But I might have to purchase the services that legal process here that LegalZoom offer, because I still need advice from the experienced attorneys. So, protect me from violate anything. And I do believe that you can actually see that on your website by logged out and go back to the LegalZoom informations. Here under tab the attorney and also business attorneys, and you can choose the state. And here you will see it's like, how much is the cost? For instance, if I just, California in general. So I choose California. I'm not even sure it's actually. So California, its 6-month plan is around $259, which is ridiculous cheap. Let's choose Nevada. It's not change, I don't know why, but it might change if you go into different steps, but I do like this a lot. So I will talk about this on the next step, but I just want to show you everything you need to know before starting your LLC.
It is, so I hope that you learn a little bit about the new laws act that we need to follow in order to form an LLC to avoid anything violations and also fines in the future when you start an LLC. And hopefully that you give me a thumbs up, like, or share, or comments to see what you think about this. At the same time, if you can use the link below for any services to refer with Telebrand or LegalZoom, make sure to help me and hope that I provide more valuable information for you in the futures and we can grow business together. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and I can share on my personal experience, or you can reach out to the business attorney expert out there to get the right information you needed.